thanks for clicking on the video. Hit the subscribe button for more weekly content, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new What If video. If you're new, first off, welcome. Secondly, in this particular series, we go over what might have happened if the 4th Hokage sealed half the Nine Tails chakra within Hinata instead of himself. I highly suggest you watch the previous 3 parts to get up to speed. While the core of the show's story is still the same, major changes have occurred, such as Hinata being the victor in her preliminary match against Neji, as well as becoming a student of Jiraiya alongside Naruto. Not only has this made her considerably more skilled, but she can now employ the summoning technique. Sure, in the grand scheme of things, that technique isn't as uncommon as one might think, but it's an extra skill she now has that could prove useful in the future. But for now, we're going to pick up where we left off, in the final match between Naruto and Hinata. So if the amp hype turn for today's video, squad up on the like button, help support the series, help support the channel, all that good stuff. And let's shoot for another 10 likes on this video, and with the 10 likes, another part will come your way. So let's get into this! From the jump, the fight would be uncharacteristic from the others. There's no hostility between the two combatants. They had nothing to prove to each other. Sure, Hinata might have been a little nervous at first, but her years of training with Naruto had made her a lot more confident in her abilities. And Naruto was just as eager to see what she can really do. Though it was just a friendly match, it was still an exam, and they still intend to do their best. And when the signal was given, the two young ninjas clashed. In the last part, I posted a poll giving you all the opportunity to decide who will win this match. Let's see who you all decided on. The fight is a lot more evenly matched than you'd probably expect. Since both have regularly trained with each other since the academy, they essentially know how each other fights. Naruto knows exactly how the Byakugan and gentle fists work, and Hinata knows how to handle Naruto's reckless fighting style. That's what makes this fight very interesting to witness. Not only are these two the jinchuriki of the same tailed beast, but they grew up together, learning each other. And though this was an official match, Hinata was happy. She was actually having fun. But once the two broke apart to their respective parts of the arena, she decided to turn up the heat by finally activating her Byakugan. Though Naruto knew more about this ability, that doesn't make it any less dangerous. This forced him to the defensive to minimize the damage that came from this. However, he's just barely dodging some of the more crucial hits. Hinata had a fire in her eyes, but Naruto was far from giving up as well. Let's pause for a bit. Remember in part 1 where I mentioned Naruto never learned the multi-shadow clone jutsu because he didn't need to steal the scroll? That is where an issue comes in. In the original, he always uses the technique. So much so it's become a driving force in major events. In this case, he's a much more skilled ninja without his signature technique. So how would Naruto fight this time? Just based on his personality and where we are in the story at this point, I think he'd be more skilled in taijutsu. Obviously nowhere near the levels of Rock Lee or Guy, where that's their primary focus, but a lot more proficient in it. He does have the summoning technique now, and sure, Jiraiya will teach him other things, but for now, his best asset is his hand-to-hand combat skills. At this point, an idea came to his head. It was risky, and a bit stupid, but he was willing to give it a shot. Knowing full well what Hinata can do, he charged right back in, completely letting down his guard. Hinata was a bit confused by this tactic, but never backed down on her assault. With each blow, chakra left Naruto's body, and he just kept taking hit for hit. That is until he had no more chakra left to give. He could just barely stand up.
Naruto, why would you do that? You know full well what the Byakugan can do. So, why?
Hinata, did you forget what we learned this past month? And with that, an explosion of red chakra erupted from the young ninja, in a similar manner to what happened with Hinata against Neji. And this time, it was her who was on the defensive. Naruto had purposely depleted his own chakra reserves in order to access the Nine Tails. It was this speed and power he felt was necessary in order to defeat her. It just seemed to be working. Her Byakugan can't really help if she's not fast enough to react properly. Naruto didn't let up either. He knew that if he did, Hinata would find some way to counter. After sending her flying to the arena wall, Naruto was about to rush back in until something caught his attention. Hinata's hand in the air.
I give up,
she said with a smile on her face. This caught everyone by surprise, including Naruto. Give up? Why? She simply stated she wasn't strong enough to beat him yet. even with the Nine Tails chakra. Naruto still didn't get what she meant, seeing how she won against someone like Neji, but he was glad that both of them got to prove their worth, and that's where this part will end for today. Now, you're probably wondering why the match ended the way it did. Well, first, obviously, Naruto is the winner of the poll, he won the match. Now, for the actual reasons, for starters, Naruto is a part of the Uzumaki clan, whose members have abnormally strong vitality. Remember Kushina after the Nine Tails was extracted from her? That was supposed to be an instant death, but she survived a good while after. All after giving birth. The point is that Naruto would have won the fight because of his tremendous stamina, even if Hinata had also used the Nine Tails. Secondly, it doesn't seem like it'll be in Naruto's character to completely beat down a friend until they couldn't move, especially if this is just a test. Hinata recognized that Naruto was the better in this match, but that only motivates her to train harder. In the next part, our certain edgy ninja makes his return. Things aren't as they were. Thank you guys for taking time to watch this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought down in the comments down below. Remember, 10 likes for the next part. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.